Okay, alright. Are we rolling? I think we are going. So, hello everyone! Welcome to the stream. As per usual, I will be spending the first couple of minutes here getting things all set up, so there won't be anything happening for a couple of minutes. But in the meantime, just listen to this catchy little Mega Man track, and I will be back shortly. If you're watching in the future, just look at where we actually start doing stuff in the timeline bar. Bada. Alright, I think everything should be in order there. Take that down, look over here, over there, and I think we might be ready to go. Alright, well, hello everyone. Welcome back to a more normal type of stream. This is page 88 of the comic I have been working on the last year of Heroes and Legends. Oh, I should probably take a look over at just to see that everything is working on the YouTube side of things. I'll take a peek over at the actual YouTube video. Okay. Let's see how this looks. Alright. I think that's going. If not, people can let me know. But, yeah, we are going to get started here. So, welcome to page 88, everyone, of Heroes and Legends. The 14th comic of the Dreamscape comic series, which is a comic series I have been making for over a decade now. Yeah, we've got a nice Mega Man track playing in the background. Actually, I'm gonna put this over here. Alright. There, I'm just positioning things better for my my streaming experience. Oh, hello there, Shadow. How are you doing? I don't think you were there to see yesterday, but we did finish up Paruto yesterday. Thankfully, it doesn't look like that video got blocked like the first one, so if anyone wants to see Edward's thoughts on the second half of the Pluto anime, That is in the stream directly prior to this one, if anyone wants to go looking around the channel. And I guess to go along with the Astro Boy atmosphere, we have another Boy Robot Heroes music playing over here. Well, now it faded, and now it's back. Yeah, Mega Man 9 is a pretty fun game, but I just wish that they could have kept the visuals of the later games. Oh, that is weird. Every time I like... Whoa. Yeah, every time I switch Edward's expression, it lines up with the keyboard key that I use to zoom in and out. Actually, don't do that. There we go, that's how we know that it's filled in all the way. You gotta keep the fill bucket pressed down a bit here. Yeah, the Pluto anime was a pretty fun watch through. The thing that surprised me the most, honestly, is something a lot of viewers probably won't even know about, but just that Higgy Oyaji, of all characters, was in there. I did not expect him to be there. But it does make it feel more Tezuka-ish to have his staple character there in the background. No, I was working, I actually finished this page, I think, 2 days ago, and I only now got time to actually start editing it, because I decided to, test out the Edward PNG tuber thing here in the corner. And I just decided, well, I may as well test it with, a show that's out now. And, yeah, that was all just sort of a test, so for anyone unfortunate enough to not see the Pluto reaction stuff, here, I guess, is a new phase of the Edward, life cycle on the internet. You can now be introduced properly to this edward18 avatar here in the corner. I can have him be happy, neutral, sad, and angry. Yeah, that's basically all the emotions that I have, drawn out for him so far. I can always add more, but it does take a while to make new, pictures. Thankfully, I don't really have to make entirely new pictures for each expression. Although I'll probably make some more, full images of him for, special occasions and all that. Maybe put a birthday hat on him for the next birthday. We'll see what happens. Put him in a turkey costume for Thanksgiving. That type of stuff. Oh, I just realized Thanksgiving is coming up. I have not prepared at all for it. Actually, this is kinda interfering a bit with the, let me see if I can... Okay, go here. Okay, I have the program open. Oh, and now it's frozen everything. And now Edward is stuck in the happy face. Oh, there he goes. Okay, I'm going to see about, switching what keys I use to change his expression so that it's not interfering. Oh. No, don't do that. Okay, this? There we go, okay. What about that? That. and that. Alright, let's see how this works. Okay, yeah, that's not going to, I don't think, oh, well that controls, let me see here. Okay, so that, oh, okay. Let me see. Alright. Edward, you can stop being angry. We're going to try to set things so that they are... Okay. Sorry about all this. It's still a rather learning experience. Okay, and... Okay, so... There, is that going to work? Alright, I think we have Edward on a, more proper means of control for the moment. Yeah, it's a bit different than when I was, like, doing the reaction thing. Now I have to go over and see that he is, working correctly on YouTube. So let me head over to here. How are you doing today, Daniel? The doggos look all nice and cute over in their little resting pen. Okay, it says we're still going. Alright, we're still going. Okay. And Edward is back to work then. Sorry about all that. I'm still, getting used to things with this PNG tuber thing. I'm not, I guess this would be considered a PNG tuber, but I was just looking for a way to finally get like a animated version of Edward operating while I do stuff on the stream. Yeah, those dogs do look pretty cute, Daniel. Yeah, our dog, Sparky, would always, like, rest on my bed when I was sleeping. Then he'd wake me up every time that he heard any sort of noise. But yet, we're just working and working, as we ever are. Feel like I should have gotten, like, 2 pages of the comic done by now from the time that I did the previous page, but I've just been pretty busy with the whole setting the Edward up for the expressions and, all the reaction Paluto stuff. But it's all to contribute to everything that Edward will do as time goes on. I went up to the bookstore today and saw they had, like, this book that my dad would probably love of, like, the art of old sci-fi movies. Had, like, the, various posters, like Forbidden Planet and stuff on it. Might have to get him that for, like, Christmas or something. Oh, if anyone else has, seen Paluto, anyone's thoughts on it? The only other thing I've been thinking about lately is, the 3rd season, or I guess the final season of Hilda. Oh, well, that is not at all something I resent you for, Shadow. You have to look out for your economic liberty, as an old workmate of mine would say. I am just hoping that you are surviving adequately enough. Nah, it is rough trying to get a job out there sometimes. I'm actually starting a part-time job tomorrow. It's working as sort of a valet for the building that my grandma was living at. And hopefully, I got everything down. The guy that runs things says that I can come in tomorrow for, like, beforehand for some going over how things work one more time. He's a good guy. Yeah, but hopefully that'll keep things more stable on my end. Always gotta be on the lookout for where you can get money. And in the meantime, or on the sideline, I'll still be doing everything I do on the internet. Everything I do in reality is simply to fund everything that I create here. Yeah, I'm not one that was, that's really able to just make money and sit around not doing things. Oh. There we go. Okay, so that's what it is. It, like, magnifies between, like, if I press 2, it goes to 200% magnification. If I go to 1, it's 100% magnification. I guess that's handy, but I don't really use the zoom in, zoom out feature that much, unless it's, like, towards the very end of the process. But it's handy to know. The real hassle will be when I, like, have to do video games and then at the same time control all of Edward's expressions down here. Although I guess I do have, like, a video game controller that I use for the actual gaming part, so I could just set up the keyboard any way I want for the expressions themselves. Yeah, for the Pluto anime, I was somewhat surprised at everything they had in it. There was a lot of stuff that was, like, in the original, like, 1950s, 60s comic of Astro Boy from it, that I'm sure a lot of newer audience members will not know. One thing that's, like, weird to me is when I, like, I've seen a couple of reactions to Pluto since I, like, watched it yesterday, and a lot of them do not seem to realize that it's Astro Boy or, like, know any of the characters, and they're, like, asking stuff that is just completely obvious for if you have seen Astro Boy. It's kinda humorous to watch, or I guess listen to. Yeah, but at least the franchise is getting more effort put into it after how sorta on the wayside it's been left throughout the 2010s. It'd be nice if they made an Astro Boy video game that was, like, of the caliber of the Mega Man series, or good Mega Man games. Obviously not like Mega Man X6 or anything like that, but more of an X4 or something. Mega Man 03. But Shadow, are you doing okay on your end? I do not wish to see you in dire straits or anything. At the Edwardian army, all members are looked after. Well, looked after and checked in on. Obviously, Edward is not, like, a money tree or anything. Can't just teleport bars of gold to the other members. Otherwise, Edward would be doing this stuff every single day and not, like, be having to look for work and stuff himself. But, yeah, do wish for all of the viewers to be looking out for themselves and keeping their heads as above water as possible. I always did love this track from Mega Man 9. Mega Man 9 has some of the best music of the Mega Man series. They did make a few Astro Boy games. There was one for the GameCube, which really wasn't the best, I don't think, but, like, I think the best Astro Boy game they ever did was Omega Factor for the Game Boy Advance. That's, like, what I got the background from, like, background of the Paruto side, like, background image in the reaction from. Like, I took the background of the city from Omega Factor, the Game Boy Advanced Astro Boy game, and, like, lined up the sprites to make it look like it was a long, elongated city for the background. Then I just got, like, the different versions of Pluto from over the decades to put over that with Astro Boy next to him. I don't think I ever played Omega Factor, but I always kind of wanted to. I know it has a ton of, like, Osamu Tezuka characters in it, apart from just Astro Boy ones. Although there's a lot of Tezuka characters that just show up in, like, every single story he does. Phoenix, Dororo, Astro Boy, Kimba the White Lion, they all have, like, the same cast, just filling in as different characters in each story. Like, you always get, like, Lamp, you always get, the Walrus, Daddy Walrus, Higeyoyaji. I always forget the his actual name, because he's just... It's, like, such a weird thing to say if you've just known him as the English nicknames throughout your life, but I have been familiar enough with the franchise over the years to know most of the names of the characters. Tawashi, Tenma, Kanamizu, Higeyoyaji, Yoran, Cobalt, Mighty Atom, Atlas, Epsilon, all those. I'm pretty sure they made up North Number 2's name for the Pluto manga, or, well, yeah, the manga and then the anime. Because I'm pretty sure it was called, like, Monar or something in the original Tezuka stuff. Yeah, back then it was just, like, a butler robot, but that Pluto, my North Number 2, Mr. Butlerbot, was, like, the best part of that Pluto show, it felt like to me. I do apologize for anyone that had the Pluto reaction and does not know anything that I'm talking about, but it is still fresh on the mind, so talking about it is somewhat natural in the video directly after it. Oddly enough, when I was looking at things afterwards, I was not able to find any, like, images of Higeyoyaji from the Boruto anime. It's, I'm guessing people just aren't aware enough of who the character is that they haven't really bothered to put images of him online. Oh, well, what game are you playing, Shadow? I hope it is a good one. Yeah, when, I know that, who was it? Dumbo. He was playing a game the other day when I was looking at the first half of the Poluto anime. And last night he was playing Call of Duty as Alucard from the Hellsing anime. Oh, well, I am delighted to hear that the little Edward here is a hit with the audience. Hello there, game saved. Yeah, it was pretty cool to get this little Edward up and running. Gives a lot more interaction with the investment of the viewership, I feel. One show that I need to, like, find a way to catch up on at some point is the Ghost and Molly McGee. I saw, like, the first few episodes of that, but then the way I was watching it made it unavailable, so I just kinda got left in the dark on that one. But it does look like probably the best of the Disney shows right now. The only show I'm, like, super excited for, which even then, not, like, super excited, but expectant for, is, I guess, the final season of Hilda. Which I still want to know if it's, like, the end of the franchise or just the end of the TV version, because there's a difference between the TV version and the original comics that have been going on. Yeah, the TV version of Hilda kind of felt sort of like an alternate universe, but at the same time sort of a special edition, because it, like, covered the same stuff as the comics and then added more and more to it. At the same time, the comics feel like they've stayed their own thing. Why did it do that? What am I, like... I'm on the right layer. There shouldn't be any way for the black to escape that. Okay, now it's good. There we go. Oh, and I hope the Ghostbusters is going alright, Shadow. The Ghostbuster game I was always interested in was the Sega Genesis one. And that was, like, the only good-looking one back in the older stuff. The Sega game, the Master System Ghostbusters always looked like it was the best version of the original Ghostbusters game, but even then, it's still, like, the original Ghostbusters game. It's not the, like, greatest game in the world. It's not like Alex Kidd or anything. I think probably some of my favorite of the Master System I played was, probably the Dragon's Trap, I think it was. It was like a Monster World game, I think, and it got, like, an incredible remake the other year. But one that I've always wanted to do is, like, the final of those games, which was, like, it had a green-haired girl in it, but it was only in Japan, I think, so I never really could play it. But I'm sure there's ways to get to it, like with computer, online, modern technology and stuff. And who knows, they may have, like, remade that one also. Let's see if I can, Dragon's Trap. Let's see. I can actually give an example here of Oh, it was Wonder Boy was what it was. Wonder Boy, the Dragon's Trap. Yeah, here it is. If I can take this... Come on. Come on. Get that. Copy this. Go here. And then... go over here. And here we go. This is, here it is. This is what I'm talking about. One of my favorite of the Master Systems, this game, which ended up getting remade to look like this beautiful masterpiece over here. Just incredible. Layout of the game is exactly the same. You can, in the remake, all you have to do is, like, push a button, and it will flip back to looking like this. So you can just switch back and forth between the visuals whenever you want. It's one of the greatest remakes of all time, video game-wise, to me. Oh, wow. No, the Intellivision is always a nice old system to look at. Between the Intellivision and ColecoVision, it was always like, they were the main ones that were like against Atari. A lot of times ColecoVision and Intellivision had like the better versions of games when compared to Atari. But Atari was just the one that everyone went with, because it's like Nintendo during the 80s. Everyone has one. But back in the early days, they were still figuring all sorts of stuff out. And the, I think it's Amico, the Intellivision. Let me check. Amico, and yeah, it's the Amico Intellivision. Let's see here. They were actually going to come out with a new console. I don't think they did, but maybe they did. I can't remember if it actually came out, but this is what they were working on like a year or so back. The Amico Intellivision, which is what the new Earthworm Jim 4 would have been on, which I have shown footage of that previously. But as far as has ever been known, Earthworm Jim 4 is sorta not happening, along with like every other Earthworm Jim game after Earthworm Jim 3D, but we did get a trailer at one point. That is what this image is from. I don't think it's available, like the trailer is available anymore, but I still have it on my computer. But it's always interesting to keep up with the other systems that people don't generally look into. Find all sorts of interesting oddities and everything. The Intellivision had a... Well, back when the Intellivision and ColecoVision were out, graphics were a lot more primitive than they are now. Can only expect those machines to do so much. I did always want to try a few games on them, though. I forget, I think they all had, like, Frogger and Donkey Kong and Centipede on them. The staple games that every system had. Actually, I have an idea. We are getting rid of that music. Now let's see about this. Stop that. Don't play the ad. Ah, here we go. Yeah, this is music from the Dragon's Trap game. It's just tilted up a tiny bit. When you get into gaming nerds games saved, they can get pretty excited about some very simplistic looking things. But as long as they're happy with it. What I've always aimed to do is, like, try to remake all those old games that do not look good. Because, like, I like a lot of them gameplay-wise, but I've always wanted them to look actually good. And unfortunately, they just came out in an era where that was not possible. So, like, let's see here. If I can get this up. Yeah, over here, can I do dish? Oh yeah, there it is. There's my, old Mega Man animation of me trying to redraw Mega Man so he actually looks good and not 8-bit and stuff. And, yeah, this is just all various things that I have redone to try and make them, actually look nice. There's, like, the original arcade Mario. Yep, just redid all the frames and added in more animation frames to make it look